Hey there guys, happy hump day. So I haven't done a very good job of posting any videos over the last week. Haven't been all that busy, just haven't haven't thought about doing it, I guess. You know, I record stuff and whatever, and then we're trying to figure stuff out at night. Ooh, look at that. Jackrabbit running around out there. Wonder if you can see that on the video. He just stopped looking back at me. Anyway, so yeah. Trying to get stuff together as far as buildings and stuff and making plans for that, and you know, so when I sit down at my computer, I'm usually looking for materials and parts and watching other people's videos on, you know, what not to do when you're building stuff. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and play the few videos I've recorded over the last week, and then we'll go check out the plants and see how they're doing. Hey guys, happy Friday. So it's been a few days since our last rain. We got some you know, early Wednesday morning, but it's interesting because even here you can see there's still wet spots in this little trough we made, and our Jerusalem artichokes are actually doing really well. The javelinas came along and ate them, the first ones that sprouted up, but this second batch of they've left them alone, so maybe they didn't like them, which would be a good thing. It's also interesting that up here on this big swale, well, one thing happened, it fluffed up a lot, so the depth isn't nearly as much as it was, but you can see it's still really damp all the way down. And you know, it's been Wednesday, Thursday, and now Friday of 100-degree temperatures, and it's staying damp, which is kind of a good thing. Anyway, we're gonna run up to Alpine today, pick up some stuff from the post office, including the little hooks for putting our gutters up so we can finish that. I bought these stupid nails from McCoy's. It's like a nail with a little plastic sleeve, and you're supposed to hammer it in, but I don't know, those nails are just too wimpy, and every one of them would bend, even if I tried to hammer into a hole that I already made with a previous nail that bent over. So we're getting some of these cool screw-in jobs that look a lot better. McCoy's may have actually carried those, I don't know. I was being cheap, so that's what happens. Anyway, we've got these boards stained. Lisa did this all yesterday for staining them up. So we're gonna put those up on the front of the building and cut our window holes out and put little these other little boards back here for batten boards in between them to cover up the cracks. Anyway, should look nice. Just kind of finishing this stuff up, and then next week we discovered that we could get concrete delivered out here, so we're gonna do our power building floor with concrete, and so we're gonna form that out this weekend. Anyway, we're gonna get on our happy way and go get a few supplies. You know, sometimes things happen just as they should. We literally just got done putting the gutters up, and it started raining. Check that out. We've got our rain harvesting going on, yo. We haven't caulked the gutter or anything yet. We don't have the IBC toad in place, but that was weird. It's like we barely got done, the clouds moved in, and rain started. Well, as fast as the rain came on, it's gone. But we did get a rainbow out of the deal. And if we go ahead and walk over here, I probably should have started over there. I just happened to see the rainbow and I had to... Oh, dude, these millipedes, they're everywhere. Look at that. I saw a couple of them humping earlier. But over here, if I can keep this thing straight, check this out. It only rained for about 2 minutes, maybe 5, but still. We have like 5 gallons of water in there in like a few minutes. You can see the ground, it's just barely damp. We got all our boards. Those are going to go on the front of the shed here, and after I put the windows in, probably get at that tomorrow morning. Have all the materials here now, and everything's stained up and ready to go, so we can finally get our building dried in after 5 or 6 months. Luckily, it hasn't mattered because, well, it's dry out here anyway. Hey guys, so it is Monday afternoon now. It's been rainy and kind of, well, looking just like this pretty much all day. It rained through the night, but it's been light rain, so it hasn't been puddling up too badly. It's just kind of sitting on the ground, and making everything wet, but it isn't making big puddles and yuckiness. But our solar, we had the pressure cooker going last night. We used it this morning. We had coffee going, everything else. I came out here to check the batteries thinking, we're probably getting low. Nope, it's topped off. We're at 54 volts. So we're at our float voltage, and we're producing 2 kilowatts. So even with this cloudiness, so it's not bad at all. Oh, the FedEx driver was just here a few minutes ago. She got about a third of the way into our property and got stuck, and we saw her. I was going out there to tell her not to even bother coming in because we don't need the stuff today. But I ended up driving her truck up to here, and yeah, so we got a cherry picker that we're going to use for the batteries and stuff and whatnot. It's basically a thing used for lifting up an engine out of a vehicle. And we've got stuff for putting drywall up on the ceiling and whatnot. And so all stuff we absolutely did not need today. But now we have nice big ruts going in and out of our place, so we'll have to pull that together. Although the fact is, now that they're there, we fill them back in with the dirt that's laying around there, and it'll probably make it an even smoother run in and out. So no worries. All right, guys. Well, here's the entrance to our place, and you can see it's all tore up now. Actually, though, I thought it was going to be a lot worse than it actually is, but because you look, it's only a few inches deep, really, the ruts, and once we pull that back onto there, it'll be fine. It'll probably be better for it. But you can see it pretty much all the way out to, well, right after that corner to the left, it actually isn't bad. So it's just this one little section right down here, and then back over to where Lisa's standing. And after that, it's great again. So basically 1,000 feet or so that it's kind of a bad drive. So Lisa brought up getting gravel, and at first I was like, no, but then again, you think about it, if we did 1,000 feet by even 8 feet across, I don't know how many yards that'd be. It'd be a lot. It'd probably be crazy expensive to do that and not worth it. Fact is, we have no reason to leave when it rains like this. We can hang out and leave when it gets nice out again. And the thing is, it's only a few hours after it finally stops raining until everything's dried up and passable easily. But you can see here, as soon as you get through this part and you start heading up the hill, then it's great. Barely even made an impression. And when she was coming up through here, it was still raining. It's still raining now a little bit. Well, looks like that's the end of today. It's about 4:30 now, and doesn't look like it's going to clear up. We were thinking about playing with our form for our power building, but oh wow, look at that. You can only see about half of 9 Point. Clouds are so low today. Hey there, guys. So happy Tuesday. Yeah, it's been raining a lot down here, which is awesome. It means that everything's growing. It's interesting, some of the plants I thought were dead have come back to life, or they were just dormant, but they just looked so dead. So yeah, and our FedEx people came out yesterday. I guess that was in the previous video, but here's the damage that, well, the FedEx driver and I did moving her truck. she pulled in, got to about right here and got stuck, and then I managed to wiggle it back and forth and get it out so that we could get all the way into our place. But you can see this way it hardly had any problem at all, but once you get down here, just this little path right here between here and the green area over there is all clay, and it's just wash from up there. So, you know, if we were to put a pond in somewhere like on the north end of our property and catch all that water, probably wouldn't have this problem as much. And then we could actually put some stuff on top of this. But yeah, it's not too bad. I mean, once the stuff dries up a little bit and we just kind of push it back into the tracks, it looks like it's going to smooth out nicely. So it might actually turn out better than it was. Never know. I don't know. Still thinking about possibly getting some gravel down here, but figure we need about a yard for every 100 feet of driveway, and you know, even if we just fill in from there to here, we got a few 100 feet. So I don't know. And then of course the first time it rains, it's all going to wash away. So it's kind of, yeah, might as well just throw the money out and be done with it. A lot less work that way, right? Anyway, I'm gonna go up and show you guys what I've been working on up top. All right, so this isn't quite ready to go yet, but we've been clearing the space, getting rid of all the little creosote bushes and whatnot. And I was trying to hammer these stakes in to hold the boards in place. Unfortunately, all I really end up doing is mushrooming the top and dulling out the point on the bottom. So what I did is I ordered a 2-foot long, what do you call it? It's basically a hammer drill, but for rock specifically. So I'm gonna drill a 2-foot deep 1/2-inch round hole, and then these are 3/4 inch, so I should be able to hammer them down through that hole. But anyway, that should hold it, because you know I have to get them down level with these boards so that we can float the tops, or not float, screed the tops. Yep, so check that out. This is about a week's growth right now, which I think is probably about right. They're doing well. They're filling in more. Heck, even that one. See that guy? He ain't even planted, and he's growing just fine. So, and you can see there's still a little wet spot there, and you know, along the edges and stuff. And we've got our little swale essentially going on here. Water dumps into that, fills it up, and usually it fills this one up as well when it's been raining, and then it kind of, the one with the plants dries out first, and that one leaves a puddle, and then it kind of just soaks in, and I don't know, it's been doing well. We need to plant something over here. I didn't even notice the little millipede here when I was recording that. Check him out. There are tons of these guys. They're huge. And there's tons of babies too, all over the place. It's crazy. It's amazing the amount of life out here. All the birds. Wake up in the morning and it sounds, you know, just like tons of songbirds and everything else going on. And all the doves, and yeah. It's kind of, that part's kind of different than I expected. I really expected far less life out here. All right, and then I finally got to work today and put in one of the windows and got some furring strips up, and we've got some what do you call them, little pieces of the roofing metal here. I cut down into 1-foot pieces on this little jig that I whipped up. Basically, we had planned to have the roof go up to here, and then we were going to put a ridge cap on and have it kind of have a little overhang over there. But we've since decided we really don't need the overhang, and why risk the wind catching it and whatever. So what I'm going to do is throw those 1-foot pieces on there and just tie them onto the fascia, and they'll just overhang the fascia by, you know, an inch or two, and that'll be that. So I'm going to get those on and close those up, and you know, just caulk them together with the other boards,
or the other metal pieces. And then I've got to figure out my plywood situation around the door there. And then the other door for the bathroom, we're just gonna put J-channel around like normal, and you know, use the metal siding up to that. And then we've got some corner beads I need to put on these things still too. So it's been waiting for quite a while, but finally getting this done. All right, we'll see you guys in the next one. Hopefully I can put these together a little quicker instead of waiting a week to put something out. See you guys next time. Thanks, bye.